Hello everybody! I'm happy to be back after so long. I took a vacation and I was just like off the track for 2 weeks, and it's quite interesting and strange at the same time to come live again and to talk with all of you guys. So today we are going to talk about very interesting thing. And this is our instructor training program that starts on September 13th. In today's video, I would like to talk more about it. We get a lot of questions, you asking, how the training looks like, what, we are learning there, what is the difference between, let's say, other programs or trainings. So, this is the best way I can actually, explain you and tell you everything about it. Also, Matej is going to join us today, and he's going to explain his part on this training, because all about facial anatomy, TMJ, bruxism is going to be his thing. So he's going to actually teach about those topics. Why? Because he's a doctor. So, he has a lot of knowledge in this field, especially because he is specialized in this field. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So I think we are going to be here for approximately 30 minutes. If you have any questions, you can leave them down below. I'm going to try to answer. I don't promise anything because, it's a lot of things to talk about, but I'm going to try to do my best. If you still have some questions, you can always DM me and I'm going to respond. So let's start from the beginning. So on September 13th, we are actually having our fourth already instructor training program. So that's quite a very nice number actually. So we have 30. Yeah, I think it's 30 instructors already. So they are already doing their job. They are already teaching face yoga, and now we are actually having space for 10 new instructors. I have to tell you right here that 9 spots are already, booked. So there is 1 spot left. But all in all, no matter if you want to join the instructor training or no, it's a nice thing to learn more about it. Because, face yoga is becoming more and more popular. There are plenty of exercises, plenty of, techniques, and it is super important to understand the difference and to understand why you have to learn about facial anatomy, about physiology, all the connections and so on, to not become a great teacher only, but also to, know and understand why you are doing some exercises and how to do them properly. First question that I actually always get is, who can join the program? Actually, everybody can join, okay? So, okay, I'm also reading your questions. So no matter, if you are now working in, let's say, marketing, or, if you are a beautician, you can join the training. The only prerequisite is that you complete our basic online program. Why? Because we are not going to learn the exercises step by step in the instructor training. We are going to actually go deeper and learn how the muscles actually work. Why is it so important to do first, let's say, cat eye exercise, right? And then follow with the bye-bye double chin exercise, okay? And we are going to learn more about Chinese medicine and face mapping and so on. So the only thing you have to learn or know before is the 5-week-long basic program. If you have that, you can join the instructor training program. That's the first thing. The second thing is that it is going to be 30 hours long. That's quite a lot, right? So actually we start in September and we finish in January. Why is the program so long? Because it is important to understand that actually, you have to internalize the knowledge. There is so much things going on in this program. We are learning about facial anatomy, about muscle connections, about aging types, Chinese medicine and face mapping, all the things about bruxism and TMJ. And you have to, if you want to become a great teacher, you have to learn how to connect all the dots together. You cannot do this in 2 days, for sure, You have to work longer, study longer, and in approximately 4 months, you are actually prepared and ready to teach on. So, there are no fast solutions, no quick fixes, I always say that, and it goes the same with the instructor training program. So it is 4 months long. We meet every second Sunday for 3 hours straight, which seems a lot, but believe me, because the topics are so interesting, the time just flies. So, with our previous groups, we were just like learning, talking, and 3 hours just went like that. So, just to let you know, don't worry about 3 hours. And very important thing, this is also what I, see a lot in your questions. If you are from US, let's say, or if you are from India, it doesn't matter, you can join because every single session is going to be filmed. So you can watch it anytime, okay? So let's say you cannot join one session, no worries. You can always check it out afterwards, so after we finish. And just to let you know, out of 9 instructors or future instructors, we are having, I think, 2 from US, 1 from Canada, 2 from India, which is very interesting. I'm excited about that. 1 from Netherlands, and 3 from Slovenia. So it's all over the world, okay? And it doesn't matter because everything is going to be filmed. You have video and written materials, so you are all covered. I have wrote everything down just so I don't forget anything because there were a lot of questions from you guys. Okay, about the exam. Another question. It is going to be an oral exam at the end. So, once you learn everything, you are going to respond to the questions orally. So we are going to meet in a Zoom session and we are going to take an exam. That's the best way to learn and the best way for me to see if you are, doing a great job. And yeah, everything is going to be in English because I see your comments here. Everything in English. The English is super, like my English is super basic, so you don't have to worry about that. Because, we are I'm not, English, like it's not my mother language, so I'm also, trying to speak the best way I can. Okay. One thing more before I invite my special guest here, and this is the structure of the program. I wrote everything down because there is a lot of things going on, and just to let you know, everything in the program is highly intra-connected. So, in this program, you're not going to only learn facial exercises, how to do them and how to teach them, but a lot more. And we are going to start with facial anatomy and facial physiology, okay? So how the muscles work, how they intraconnect, and how with every exercise you are actually treating and targeting and activating different muscles. We're going to talk about the skin, all about the skin, about facial nerves, about lymph system, lymphatic system. Everything actually is going to be covered. So how the facial structure actually, consists on the face. And then we're going to go deeper. We are going to talk about Chinese medicine and face mapping. This is super, super interesting topic. Our instructors are loving it the most because we're going to actually learn how the aging process actually starts and why it starts and how to treat it, not only with the exercises, but also with taking care of your emotions, let's say, right? So we're going to learn all about it from the Western medicine perspective and from the Eastern medicine perspective, which is, where they actually believe, and I believe it too, that every single wrinkle on the face is actually showing a blockage in one organ. And the way to remove the blockage is by doing the exercises, but also about balancing the organ behind. So in the training, we're going to learn where the certain organ on the face is, how to treat it emotionally, with the right foods actually also, and with the right exercises. So that's a very interesting topic in the program for sure. Then we are talking about gravitational types. So that is super important topic because if you have been following me for quite some time now, you might know that actually, if you are a beginner, the best way you can do is to start with the basic online program. Why? Because our muscle connections are always the same, no matter if you're losing volume or if your muscles and skin is sagging, okay? So it's not important. The muscles are connected in the same way. So, the first 5 weeks is for, following the right structure, but it is super important to understand how to keep on going after those 5 weeks, okay? So in the instructor training program, we are going to learn how to schedule a workout or a right routine for somebody who is losing volume, okay, for somebody whose muscles are sagging down, for somebody who wants to improve the under eye area. So it is going to be all connected. And this is very interesting to learn, And for you as a face yoga instructor, you have to understand the gravitational types, the aging process, different phases, and then decide on the right workouts for your clients. So this is also what we are actually learning in the program. We're going to then talk about static and cardio exercises and how to do them. Again, this is also individualizing the program. And I got a lot of questions from beauticians and estheticians if they can join too. For sure, you can join if you are already working in a beauty industry, or if you are, let's say, physiotherapist. Again, the same, you can join because in the treatment room you can do a lot with face yoga. You don't have to teach courses like 10 people in a group, right? You can individualize the workouts. You can do the exercises on your clients during the treatment. So this is also what we are going to cover in this instructor training. I'm looking down because I don't want to forget anything, but I think I covered most of it. And now, because this is one very special topic, I'm going to invite Dr. Matei Kulish. Can you join? Okay, I'm going to try to put both on the camera.
I'm back again.
Always the same. Okay, I'm also seeing the questions there. So yeah, I invite him here today because actually he's going to take part of the instructor training program. Why? Because he's a dentist specialized in prosthodontics, which also means TMJ and bruxism.
Yes, with this specialization we cover the TMJ problem, temporomandibular disorders. So here I will explain a little bit about functional anatomy of temporomandibular joint. Then I will explain something about the parafunction. The biggest parafunction is the bruxism. because in a bigger city now we live in quite busy world, and 80% of people from bigger cities have a problem with bruxism. So they have a very hard tension in the muscles, and with this exercise which you learn your instructors, you can resolve these problems to your clients. So I will deeply understand how this happened, this bruxism, what is the main symptoms, and how we solve these symptoms.
So actually he's going to cover most of the anatomical part, because he really learned that a lot, right? And also about, as you said, TMJ and bruxism. If you are a face yoga instructor, or if you are becoming one, you have to learn that by heart, not to treat people and to cure people because you are not a doctor, but to understand why certain things, certain pains happen on the face, and how to help your client, or where to, send them, It is super important, really, to understand that. And this is also how I wanted to create this instructor training program, to give you the most knowledge possible, to equip you with the right knowledge to keep on going and to teach on. Or, I have to say it here, even if you want to improve the knowledge for yourself and not teach on, you can still join, right? And this is why I kindly asked him to join, to share his experience with these topics, and to teach us. Also, he's teaching me because he knows a lot about it, about how everything actually works, and how you as a face yoga teacher cope with the problem. Just think about it, 80% of people has problems with TMJ, pain in the jaw, bruxism, and so on. So in your courses, in your workshops, you are going to find them. For sure, I always do. So it is nice to be prepared, right? And we're going to talk about what is, how to treat
complications, how do you treat the patients with the same symptoms or complication. You can have also complication with facial yoga, how to solve these problems.
Or how to cope with people who have Botox and fillers.
And how to treat people who have already complications. Do you if you can, you prescribe the exercise, or you have to start send it firstly to the doctor? We will explain this deeply. We will also explain the reasons of this problem. So and when you and how you treat this patient. Do you have to treat, or you have first send it to the doctor to solve this problem?
And which exercises work for what, like a certain thing, right? So
and I also will explain, you have a part of anatomy. I will explain the complete anatomy of the face, blood supply, nerve system, exit point of nerves. You will see how close connected is the acupressure points and nerve exit points on our face. So then I will explain deeply the this part of the joint and masticatory muscles,
and
which is
facial
also,
thirds, right?
Facial thirds. I will have also functional anatomy and normal anatomy. I will explain. So you will also get the anatomy explained through the side of the professional.
Yeah, and this is actually, I'm so grateful that you decided to join. And a lot of people is asking me how we met. Okay, and I'm just going to quickly explain it to you. I was already doing face yoga, I was already doing the intraoral massages and treatments, and he saw that on Instagram, and he's a doctor specialized in bruxism, and he was just like, oh my god, that would be super cool to, perform on clients who are dealing with bruxism. And this is how we started working together, right?
Yes.
And a lot of times now we are also treating our clients or his patients together, if they have, symptoms, pain in the jaw, not pain in the jaw, but pain in the muscles.
Masticatory muscles, yes. Especially this first type of temporomandibular disorders, which is the orofacial pain, muscular pain. we treating together.
Yeah.
I send this patient to the Karin prescribe them the exercise, and I just then we get release the tension in these muscles. I start to do working on occlusion and on bone dentition.
And not to forget, we are going to cover the part of healing too, right? So I'm not going to say healing, right? But let's say when somebody has migraine or headaches, we are actually discovering, our clients are reporting tremendous changes and improvements in this field too. So in the instructor training, we are going to go deeper into these topics and learn and explain why face exercises help with that too. How to do them, when not to do them, and so on.
And I will also explain on this patient how you solve these problems from anatomical and physiological side of medical side, why exercise help these patients.
Because
for this treating this patient, it is very important to deeply understand what is the happening under this thing. You have to know very precisely anatomy, functional anatomy, and physiology of your face.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm going to be honest with you guys here. Face yoga is becoming more and more popular. I'm so super happy to see that. I'm super happy to see many people starting with it, doing it, and so on, sharing it with the world. But the key, if you want to put out your knowledge and learn, teach face exercises on, is to have the right knowledge. My heart
and deep understanding.
My heart is in pain when I see people, teaching it without understanding the most important things. And I'm going to be honest here with you, like with you all. Also, when I started, I was so, wanting to get somebody, a doctor, somebody who could explain me even further of how, everything works and like their perspective on the exercises, on facial anatomy. And I wanted to bring this knowledge in the instructor training. And we did it.
The same like here in my job, when I go to the university, I don't learning just how to solve the problem, how to treat this problem, but I start with anatomy, physiology, then I have a pathophysiology, because I need deep understand, and then start to treating, because every patient is different problem. So I need to have the basic knowledge to can solve this problem. I don't just putting implants, it's not same every bone. I have to find, I have to know very deeply the anatomy, deviation in anatomies and these things. It is also in my job, but my field is much more bigger, no? But here is the same. You have to, if you want to be good yoga instructor, you have to have the deep knowledge what is behind it, to understand what this exercise make, and why these problems happen. It is very important, and to understand the anatomy of the face. This is the one very important part of it.
And also first, this is why I require the online basic course before the instructor training. I want you to first feel the exercises on yourself and to see how everything works. Because, this is only in that time actually you can then go deeper and learn more what is behind each and every exercise. So it is a process, it is not overnight thing, as I always say. Also face yoga, if you're doing it on just for yourself, it's not improving everything overnight. You have to keep on going, you have to keep evolving, and this is what is happening on the instructor training program too. So this is why I also wanted to film this Insta Live, to give you a bigger picture on how everything actually works and what you can get in this program. Just to let you know, we are accepting 10 people only, and 9 spots are already booked. Why? Because I'm wanting to really have I want to have individual approach for sure. And I want to take my time to really work with each and every one of you, because I think that this is the most important thing if you want to then teach on for sure. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for your invitation.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait for the training to start. If you want to learn more about it, if you want to sign up, you can go to our website glowinface.com/license, or you're going to find it in the upper part of our page. So you can read more there, you can sign up there. Thank you. We are back from vacation, so you can also expect more topics about face yoga on this channel profile, not only about the instructor training, right? So I'm super excited to start. Again, I think I have enough energy now, right? To start all over. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. Also, I'm seeing questions, a lot of questions. Can jade roller and gua sha help with bruxism? Very good question. This is the only question I'm going to respond, because if not, we are going to be here forever. We said 30 minutes and we are doing quite an amazing job, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to be honest with you. Jade roller is too gentle. It's not doing much. Gua sha can nicely work on the tense muscle, because what is actually bruxism, what is actually causing bruxism and TMJ problems and so on? Mostly our
emotional tension. And we're releasing this emotional tension that we're using a lot of these muscles, like bruxism, we're grinding and clenching.
So let's say we are under stress,
and also
we are
nail biting, producing the muscle tension.
So
very hard.
So just to let you know, most probably, the bruxism, TMJ, pain or tension in the muscles here is produced due to our emotions, stress, high self-expectations and so on. When this happens, we start tense, like the muscles here start to get tense. They get bulky, and we start doing this, or let's say at night, right? Why are we grinding with our teeth? Because we want to relax the tense muscles, okay? So if we want to relax the tension in the muscle in the proper way without overusing and abusing our teeth, right? We have to work with the muscle. Jade roller is too gentle. Gua sha can be good, but just to let you know, we have many muscle layers here, so more layers, not only one. And if you want to nicely treat the area to release the tension here, you have to do the exercises, and the right ones, from the outside, from the inside, and not only here, also on the temporalis muscles, which actually go all the way back. So face exercises and facial massage too, okay? You don't even need the tools. You can for sure, because they are nice, and they have also other
Jet
properties.
roller is too gentle for a massage of this.
Yeah, he tried everything already also regarding that. So, but exercises and massage are working the best. Just to let you know one thing more before we finish, we are also planning to do a webinar. It's going to be approximately 1.5 hour long webinar on TMJ, bruxism, and pain in the muscles here. So we are going to explain everything, how everything is, why everything happens, how you can feel and see if you have this problem, and we're going to teach you how to do the right exercises, acupressure points, and massage techniques to do at home. But just to let you know, we have plenty of our clients who did the basic online course and have very good improvements in that area too. Okay, Thank you so much. I am happy that you joined us. I'm sorry in the beginning I was just like jumping back into the routine of doing Insta lives. It's not as easy as it seems at first, you know. But yeah, we are on the right track, right?
Yes.
Thank you all. If you have any other questions, if I was not able to respond to your question, DM me, and have a nice evening.
Bye bye.
Bye.